Start Initiative or other powerful IRS tax assistance programs. Take control. Call Optima Tax Relief now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait. Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is offering a 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protect, the perfect offer for crazy plays, like the famous butt fumble. It's the GOAT of embarrassing plays.
Really, remember when you bet me you could do a live show with a GOAT as your co-host, and he face-kicked you?
Thankfully, I didn't take the under on that one.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect today, the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Do you work outside or know anyone that does? It's that time of year across Arizona where working in high temperatures can cause a workplace injury, cramps, rashes, exhaustion, dizziness, even heat stroke. Know the signs and protect yourself from a heat stress injury. Get plenty of water, rest, and shade while at work. Learn more from the Industrial Commission of Arizona. Just visit heat.az.gov. That's heat.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Industrial Commission of Arizona.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Monday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. It's a 1-hour show today. It's a 1-hour show.
Uno.
Because
Uno Auras.
We have decided to take the Rams-Bengals game. Wait, no, that's not right. Which game am I taking?
Tampa Bay Eagles.
That's right, Tampa Bay Eagles. I just didn't change on my sheet, but it needed to change on my mouth. We're doing the Tampa Bay Eagles game because the Rams and Bengals is probably going to be a crap show. And everybody agrees that this should be a better game.
Well, I was giving. Listen, I didn't know. I was giving Keon a hard time on Friday.
What do you mean?
I thought it was just his fault that we were taking this game, and that you and I really didn't care, and I thought it was Keon's fault. So I apologize.
Why would it be his fault? It's just Keon, we're going to take the 2-0. We're going to take the Eagles and Tampa Bay. They're 2-0.
I didn't know because I don't pay that much of attention to.
Clearly, by your picks, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, listen, we've got 1 hour, and at first I thought there's no way we can talk about all the games that happened on Sunday because there's just not enough time. But then I thought about it.
We can talk about one.
I think I can get us through it, though. I think I can.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to talk about what two amazing upsets, which just happen to involve our teams.
Yeah.
But and then poor Keon, he's just upset. But
I'm sorry, Keon.
I
knew it was going to happen.
The only undefeated teams that have played that are left, Dolphins and 49ers. We don't know what's going to happen with the game tonight. But what a weird. This whole season has started very oddly. Now, usually we'll probably feel that way after the first week, right? You're like, oh, wow, this is weird. And then everything sort of settles down. We're into week 3 right now. And it's just wacky. There's so many strange things happening. But the biggest one is that NoHo Hank and the Arizona Cardinals were able to defeat the Dallas Cowboys.
NoHo Hank. Who?
Google it.
Who's that?
Google NoHo Hank from the
I will
TV
not.
show Barry.
I will not do that.
On HBO. And
come on. Come on.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not, but you didn't have to say it. But you didn't have to say it.
It occurred to me while I was watching the game with my wife this weekend that is NoHo Hank. Anyway.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing it.
You have
Not
to.
doing
No,
it.
it's not like the 2 girls in a cup thing. You're fine. Go ahead and Google NoHo Hank, and then you will see the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals.
You're going to be mad, but
it's awesome. Anyway, so how can you be mad, though, when the Cardinals come out, they don't just eke one by, they dominated the Dallas Cowboys. Now, of course, the Cowboy fans are going to say it's because all the injuries, that Zach Martin's gone, Tyler is gone, and other people.
Yeah.
But no, come on now. It was a Dak Prescott interception that doomed the Cowboys in the end. So
it sealed the deal. Yeah.
And I turned to my wife and I said, as we started to watch the game, I'm like, if you were going to win one at home, right now is the time to do it, because you've got mostly Cowboys fans. To send them all home crying would be just a Nobel Peace Prize winning achievement for your new coach and this team. And out of nowhere, here they came and they did it. So congratulations, Randy, and your Arizona Cardinals.
Well,
My God.
Congratulations to Arizona Cardinals. I had nothing to do with it. I mean, these guys have been fighting hard all 3 games. It was a heartbreaker last week against the G-Men, and this week they came out. They played again. A strong defense. It was like they knew what was going to happen, and they knew how to attack and how to, neutralize that Dallas offense. And conversely, they knew how to defend against that Dallas defense. And like I said on Twitter, I don't want to hear no excuses from all the Dallas fans that were giving me all the grief last week. Yeah, oh, here we go. How bad's the meeting going to be? Oh, my God, this is terrible. Oh, the Cowboys are going to just kick your ass. I don't want to hear no excuses. I want to hear nothing but congratulations, Cardinals. You played a fantastic game, because that's what they did. They played a great game.
So, Randy, off air before the show started, I thought, man, Randy, you might be the only person who picked the Arizona Cardinals to win.
I am.
Turns out you weren't. Chief Skull picked them to win. Somebody named Bubble Buster picked them to win.
There we go.
That might be it.
How about what
about Big George? Is he playing with our?
I'm on page 1. Let me go to the next page here.
Oh boy.
Nobody there. Oh, Radio Randy. There you are. Hey, Randy, you're not doing so bad. You got 8 picks right this week. Silver Pops got it. Let's see.
Silver Pops, you picked the Cardinals this week?
Gusmo 77, and I don't want to sit here and do this all day, but what's somebody named Pentrax? What?
Quite a few.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 4 or 5 is quite a few.
Yeah, for what we thought was going to happen in this game, quite a few. Yeah,
stunning. Right up until the Cardinals game, everybody in the halftime shows was like, wow, the biggest upset of the year has got to be the Colts beating the Ravens. And then quickly that went gone. And Cardinals beating the Cowboys. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Haven't met a Maniac. Oh, Cowboy fan here. Remember that? He's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Randy, congratulations on your team's big win. It was a much needed win. You guys should be 2-1 instead of 1-2, actually.
Thank you.
My team played like a big old pile of dog poo. No excuses for the loss. Can't understand Dak Prescott. Good quarterback, but not a great quarterback. I can see you guys getting a few more wins than you think they might get. Once again, congratulations. I think it's time for the Cowboys to get rid of that coach. Can't stand McCarthy.
Is it
maybe
is it the coach or the quarterback?
Well,
I just
he
I
says
don't know.
maybe even find a better quarterback too. We might make the playoffs, but still, we probably won't go anywhere. Again, congratulations on your big win.
Thank you very much, Heavy Metal Maniac. Appreciate it.
Stockton Slap says, "Woo! How about them Cardinals?"
How about
he was going to say Cowboys, but he said Cardinals. He says, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, did we really lost to the worst bird team in the league?"
Really?
Yeah.
You lost. So that's an excuse. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down. That's an excuse.
It's a very confusing dynamic because when the Cowboys blow out the Giants and then the Giants beat the Cardinals, but then the Cardinals beat the Cowboys, nothing makes sense.
Right.
Nothing
It's the
Well, 'cause
Cowboys.
that's just not how football works. It's all about matchups and stuff. So you're going to have some teams that are good enough to.
Hey, shut up,
beat
nerd.
most
Nothing
people.
makes sense. Nothing makes sense.
I don't know. This makes perfect sense.
Last Optimist says, "Where are all the Cardinal fans upset that we didn't get Sean Payton? How you feeling right about now?" I don't think
Oh,
it's
man.
Sean Payton's fault. I think Sean, honestly, it's he's got a garbage team, but
Yeah, I don't think it was bad coaching.
Mm-mm.
Tell you that much. I think the Miami Dolphins just absolutely kicked their
I'm not going
ass.
to lie.
a lot of talent.
The Broncos are a crappy team, but
Yeah.
you get 70 put on you, it's everybody's fault.
Yep.
Coach included. Coach
Mhm.
included. You don't get to be a scapegoat. And be like, yeah, my
I
team's
don't
not
know.
good.
I like how
Coach-
they,
This is the
Coach-
second 70-point game in the history of the NFL in the Super Bowl era.
Coach ain't out there not protecting the football. Coach ain't out there throwing interceptions that he shouldn't be throwing. Coach ain't out there not able to run the football. The coach just calls the plays, and if the team can't execute, that's on the damn team as far as I'm concerned. He didn't call a bad game. He did not call a bad game. If you go back and look at the highlights, this was a complete domination by Miami Dolphins. Congratulations, Miami. Denver has nothing to say other than that.
Blissful Hayes says the NFL is scouting sites for future games in Spain and Brazil. Someday they may even put a professional team in Chicago.
I mean, look,
Good one.
Donnie says, "Happy Monday, boys. When's opening day for the NBA? Because my NFL season is over." Oh my God,
we're
the
like-
Vikings.
we're like 10
Wow.
days away from the preseason. And yeah, that is.
Oh my
I
God.
picked
sorry,
the Vikings
Donnie.
this week
We're-
too. It's
I'm
unbelievable.
sorry, Donnie.
We'll get to that here in a second. Bruno Baller says, even those Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona got a huge win over division powerhouse Montana Grizzlies. I sense a little sarcasm there. Fish Tank says, "No-ho Hank reference. Superb." Thank you, Fish Tank. Mr. Weber says, to all the Dallas Cowboy fans who are crying about all the injuries, everybody has injuries. I have only one thing to say to all the Cowboy fans out there. Suck it. Silver Pop says, "Randy, win, lose, or draw, I always pick my Arizona Cardinals."
Hey,
There you go.
congratulations. Thank you very much.
Charlie Boy says, "Hi, guys, and congratulations to your Colts, Jeffrey. I'm surprised the Cardinals won, if I'm honest enough. I wasn't expecting them to win, but a win is a win is a win. However, big winner in the NFL is Taylor Swift. Do I need to say more?" He said.
Really?
Well, everybody's
Do we-
really saying Travis Kelce's got a big
we-
win. In fact, old Belichick came out and he was like, "I feel like it's it's Travis Kelce, and that's probably the Taylor Swift's probably the biggest catch of his life." Thank you. He actually said that. He actually came out like he's a Swiftie now, I guess. We'll talk about the whole Taylor Swift thing here in a second too. Kyle G says, "A thought I have after yesterday: what could the Cardinals get by trading Kyler Murray? Dobbs looks like a good fit for the team. Actually, keep him, get a decent amount of picks, and get actual talent on the team."
Now, hold on. There's an obvious ceiling that you're going to reach with Josh Dobbs. I mean, Dobbs was fine yesterday. He simply did not screw it up. Game ball for offense, in my opinion, goes to James Conner. I don't know that.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
We're saying
He
Josh
looks like
Dobbs
a tight
is
end, doesn't he?
I mean, he was bowling people over like he was.
Yeah,
But
James
see, that's-
Conner had a game.
That's no different than what he's done the first 2 weeks of the season. James Conner has come out there and run his guts out on the field and left it all out on the field.
Against,
But it's hard to hear him over all that losing. So
I mean,
now
yeah,
we got to actually appreciate
I
it.
get that, but I mean, if you're a Cardinals fan like I am, like your wife Alexa is, we appreciate the effort, and these guys have come out playing hard, playing good football, trying to do what they can, and each week they've got a little better, and I give them all the credit. Okay, You're going to talk about injuries. Our leading defensive guy, Buda Baker, yeah, he's on the IR. Our number one quarterback, yeah, he's on the IR. I don't want to hear no excuses today out of you Cowboy girl fans. I don't want to hear that.
Tony Pollard rushed for 122 yards. Dak threw for 250. If you can't win that game, there aren't many games that you can win. And you don't get to make excuses when your team, like, they didn't play bad. They just got out-muscled by the Cardinals. And you're just going to have to take that and hold it.
Thank you. Thank you, Keon. Hold on to that. You're right, Keon. Hold on to that, Randy. Hold on to that. Pinocchio says, I don't know what brought me more joy this weekend, racking up 15 straight over the Jets or the thought of Randy happy dancing when the Cardinals stuffed them boys. Beers for everyone. I was, yeah. Miss Kim and I were dancing here in the living. I couldn't watch the first half of the game. I had to tune in the second half of the game. I was getting updates from the Sarge, and I could not watch the first half of the game. It was like an expectant father. Fish Tank says, since we're on a short show, I won't spend too much time gloating because, 70 speaks for itself. But I ask you this. How the hell does Vance Joseph still have a job today? Defense gets torched for 70, including a bomb from Mike White to Chosen Anderson. How do you employ this man? Yeah, it's a very good question.
I have never seen a guy. If you give up 70, they should just fire you the next day because, like,
they should fire you at right out if you walk off the field.
Yeah.
You're not traveling with the team, my friend.
Because that's a great question. I don't know how he still has a job. That is one of the worst defensive performances of all time.
Sean Payton should have said, you know what? It's a good thing that we're in Miami. At least you can rent a car. Goodbye and good luck.
So Cardinals win 28-16 over them Cowgirls. And I just don't even really I was driving back from where I was while the Colts and the Ravens were playing. And I'm just like, well, how is this possible? How is this happening? Because I couldn't see it and I couldn't hear it. But I was on Sirius XM and I was listening, and they did this like sort of red zone channel thing that they do on NFL. And so I was actually able to hear a couple of those, the things at the end. And I was like, oh, here's how we won because of our kicker, Matt Gay. Matt Gay kicked 5 damn field goals. 5. That's 15 points from the kicker,
including 4 over 50 yards.
But yeah, so here's the thing I'm a little bit confused about. If you have 5 field goals, that's 15 points. So okay, and they had 1 touchdown then, right?
Yeah.
The Colts had a touchdown. I don't even who got the touchdown.
Gardner Minshew to somebody. Does it matter?
Did he run it in or something?
Gardner, no, he threw the ball.
He threw it to Zach Moss.
Oh,
Zach
wow.
Moss had a career day.
Good for me and my fantasy football on that. So here's the thing that I didn't understand: how did the Ravens lose? What the hell happened? Did the defense just go home? I mean, it was very confusing.
Well, they had the game in hand, and then they missed a long field goal, and the Colts got it back.
Well, so they lost because their kicker isn't gay. Our kicker is gay, and he had 5 makes. I don't know why it's relevant that he's gay, but everybody keeps talking about how he's gay.
Well, because it is his name. But the Ravens offense just kind of never got going, and that seemed weird.
But didn't get going. It was a triple double or a double triple for Lamar Jackson. He had 202 yards passing, 101 yards rushing. And so he had 300 of them offensive yards for them.
Yeah. And
yes, he did.
Well,
crazy.
Because
yes, he did.
100 of those yards was him running on the ground, and 2 of them scored touchdowns. None of the 200 air yards got in the end zone.
Oh, okay. Or 100 of those yards were him running backwards. I can't. It was.
Well, no, he was running forwards, but it's just
I did.
Andy lost a fumble. Yes, he did.
I did get home in time to watch the Cardinals game, so that was fun to watch. But yeah, I'm stunned and surprised that the Colts won in overtime over the Ravens, and just very happy for you and my wife, and also just I don't mind seeing the Cowboys lose, so that's always fun. But then the sad part though is poor Keon's team just got stomped. It wasn't 70, but it was 37.
It wasn't even close. I mean,
what a rough one for your quarterback, man. 4 interceptions, got sacked 9 times. 9 times. That means he's been sacked 19 times this season already, and that's the most that's happened since 2005 to your team. Dear God.
And we're on pace for Houston Texans level of sacks when David Carr was the quarterback. So that's fantastic. But yeah, it was a rough day for Sam, and that's how that goes sometimes. You're just gonna have to learn. It's his fourth start. He's doing all right.
It sounds like you're ready to blame some of them sacks on him instead of the O-line. Was he holding the ball too long?
I mean, well, I've already blamed some of the sacks that happened before that game on him instead of the O-line. He does hold on to the ball a lot. So yeah, some of those are on him. Not all of them. There were many of those where it was just like, wow, Andrew Wiley got beat again. Fantastic. But for the most part, like he's holding on to the ball a lot. I think he's trying to make big plays downfield, but the Bills defense, this is not a defense you want to do that against. Stay on schedule, get the ball out of your hands. You got to check down. If you got to check down a million times, check down. Just don't throw 4 interceptions. Also, Antonio Gibson might actually be done in Washington because that's a 2 fumble day for him as well. The score was 16-0 at halftime. There was a chance for them to score and get close. Sam threw the pick. There was another chance for them to score and get close. Gibson lost the fumble. So that is the day they had.
Sorry, man.
I mean, it was the Bills. I knew.
Sorry,
I knew that
You were
ass
gonna
kicking
lose,
was coming
yeah.
down the pike. I didn't pick Washington in my picks because I'm not crazy. So that's just what happens. I mean, sometimes you play a team and it's like, okay, I do like the direction the Commanders are moving in, but they're not ready to play with the big boys yet. Gotta learn some.
All right. So listen, we have to take a break. So we have celebrated the Cardinals and the Colts, and we have mourned the Commandos, but now we have the rest of the games that we need to talk about before 4 p.m. when we make way for the Monday Night Football presentation of Eagles versus Buccaneers. And I do believe we can do it. Yeah, I've actually spent time. Look at this. I prepared for the show. Look at that. I actually have prepared some notes to help us get through quickly. Can you believe that? Look at that stunned silence.
I can. Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
We'll do that and take your text when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. The best way to start betting smarter is to sign up for a free VSiN subscription at vsin.com/subscribe. That's vsin.com/subscribe.
NFL Monday Night Football tonight. 2 games on the schedule. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are 2-0. Philadelphia 4.5-point road favorite, -230 on the money line. The Buccaneers +190 with an over/under of 44.5. Later on tonight, Cincinnati with Joe Burrow questionable are a 3-point favorite at home against the Los Angeles Rams. LA +136. Bengals -162. The over/under in Cincinnati 45.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Back to school means back to early bedtimes. But I'm not tired. Fortunately, there's Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at zquil.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
It's the sound of the fight song, the excitement of the rivalry.
Auburn has won the Iron Bowl!
It's the unbelievable upsets. It's the Heisman hopefuls.
Oh my God, Davis is going to run it all the way back!
It's the national rankings. It's college football.
The Sooners right Davis field.
Tune in each Saturday for the college football game of the week. Listen for all the action, drama, and excitement on your home for college football. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic. So let's try to get through all these games. I think we can do it. So just rattle them off as quick as we can, and then afterwards we can then discuss. Titans at Browns. The Browns won that one 27-3, as you know, but the Cleveland Browns defense really stepped up, or I don't know, maybe the Titans offense is not all that great. They were held to just 3 points, 6 first downs, and 94 total yards. It was just a very lopsided affair there. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Keon, why the Titans just couldn't get anything going on offense.
Yeah, that's a combination of a lot of things. One, they couldn't run the ball, which is strange for them because that's kind of all they do. And the defense of the Browns have been great defensively this whole season. And then the other thing is that Ryan Tannehill goes back and forth between being a decent version of Ryan Tannehill and the worst quarterback you've ever seen.
And the worst showed up, huh?
Yeah, the worst showed up. And week 1, we got bad Tannehill. Week 2, we got good Tannehill. Week 3, bad Tannehill. Who knows what we're going to get next week?
I'm going to say probably bad Tannehill again. Who are they playing?
Let's see who they're playing. They are playing the...
What sucked about that is
they're playing the Bengals. Who can say?
I picked the Titans on that one, like a moron. I picked the Titans.
I picked them too.
Yeah. Okay.
And part of it was we got good Tannehill in week 2, so I thought he was back. He's clearly not.
That'll teach us. Average Joe says, talk about getting fired. Brian Flores only has to worry about the passing game, and they got torched. If he didn't sue the NFL, I bet he got fired. He'd get fired today. Oh, you think that they're not going to fire Brian Flores because he's suing the NFL? No, trust me, that is not the case. He's actually pretty good at his job. Hefty Lefty says, last time a team gave up 70 points in an NFL game, humans hadn't walked on the moon yet. No, that's a true statement. 1966. I think that team might have been the Washington Commandos.
No.
That gave up 70 points.
They gave up 70? No.
You want to look it up? Go ahead and look it up. I know they're involved. So you can only hope that they're the ones that put 70 on somebody else, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. 1966, maybe? Bruno Baller says, did the Cardinals kicker have a 62-yard field goal yesterday? Prater, yeah. Prater. People forget how good of a kicker Prater is and was. So, yeah, you got yourself a pretty good kicker right about now, Randy. I think we've lost Randy. Yeah, I think we've lost Randy. Blissful Hayes says, Cowboys acted like they didn't want to win at the late game. 2 scores down, and they were running the ball and being very deliberate. The NFL is rigged.
Washington beat New York 72-41.
See, I knew they were involved in it somehow. So good for you. Yeah. Whopper says, you got to be impressed that I even remember that much.
Though there was another instance in 1940 where they were on the wrong side of that.
Bears got him. Stopped.
Bears got him. No, I just saw it. It's interesting to me. Bears got him. 73-0.
Damn. Whopper says Broncos favored on the road by 3.5 this week after giving up 70. Yeah, that might change. Boomer Sooner says, good day, gents. Great day in Blender Nation. How about them Sooners? We're not talking about Sooners. We're talking about the NFL.
We'll talk about the Sooners tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's see here. Dolphins, Broncos. Let's talk about that game. That was the most points by one team since 1966. It's a 4th 70-point game in NFL history, including the playoffs. And yes, as Keon mentioned, the record is 73. Dolphins gained 726 yards. I dropped at a Kane guy like last week. It's not like he's going to do this every week, but I kind of regret dropping him because maybe he would have turned into something better than I thought when he's on the waivers if you want him. Anyway, so yeah, this is a new record in the Super Bowl era, the 726 yards. They're also the only team in modern NFL history to record 5 rushing touchdowns and 5 passing touchdowns in a single game. How do you like that?
It looked like I was watching a college football game, but one of those games where, like the beginning of the season, Oregon played Portland State. It was one of those. I just never could have imagined that one NFL team could do this to another NFL team.
It's Madden versus the computer on easy mode is what it looked like. Garrett Bowles afterwards, he's like, I'm tired of losing, man. I've been here for 7 years and all I've done is lost. It's very frustrating. Garrett Bowles, wonder if he'll face some some discipline after that one. But the Dolphins,
I hope not, because the losing predates the new ownership and the new coach. He's not wrong.
Just saying though. Tyreek Hill and Devin Arcane, they both reached amazing speeds running yesterday, putting them in the top speeds of the entire season. Tyreek Hill got up to 22.07 miles an hour on a 15-yard catch. That is the fastest speed of any ball carrier in the NFL this season. And in the same game, Devin Chain, however you say his name, he hit a speed of 21.93 miles an hour on a 67-yard touchdown run. So,
and I think
just amazing.
Earlier in this season, on a touchdown run, Raheem Mostert hit 22 miles an hour.
That's right.
We could legitimately send the Miami Dolphins to the Olympics, and they might have a chance.
You know, we thought that, but then anytime these guys show up against actual Olympians, it doesn't go well.
It showed up. It was fine for Tyreek. Tyreek ran in that world championship thing and was like fourth.
Yeah, but he didn't win. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, he might actually, like, he might actually be competitive.
And I'm not talking PEDs. I'm talking performance enhancing adrenaline. He was missing some P's because I think that is the extra added thing when these guys are running with the ball. They're trying not to get killed. They're trying to achieve a touchdown. It's a little bit different, I guess, when you're out there on your mark, get set, go, and just kind of running. I feel like their top speeds are always going to be on the football field. Let's talk about the Saints and the Packers. Jordan Love got his. Everybody's happy with him. And Derek Carr got hurt. I guess he went down pretty hard on his shoulder. I saw the play and I was like, "Ooh, geez, that was." And people are saying if that had been on artificial turf, he would not be coming back anytime soon because that turf is much harder than the grass, and the grass gave enough to where that could have made the difference on his injury. But the Packers beat the Saints 18-17, and I don't even know. There didn't seem like a game I cared about. Did you try to watch that? I tried to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it was on, and it was actually the closest TV to me when I was at the bar. So
wasn't that good a game, was it?
It was. Yeah, it was an all right game.
Yeah. Falcons and Lions. Well, that Lions defense, 7 sacks, and Atlanta just couldn't get going on offense. 183 yards, 2.8 yards per play, and but I'll tell you what, Sam Laporta, that tight end, he had a day. Had 84 yards and a touchdown. For the Lions. That as a rookie, he now has 18 catches so far in his rookie season, and that's the most ever for a tight end in the first 3 games of an NFL career. So all sorts of records and history being made in week 3.
And they didn't even have to go use a top 10 pick on Laporta, which they've done for a few tight ends in the past.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. Let's talk about the Chargers at the Vikings, ruining Donnie's weekend, sending the Vikings. Am I wrong? Are they 0-3? I feel like they're 0-3.
They are 0-3.
Oh my God, Donnie. Oh my God. But Brandon Staley, a lot of people are saying this, and if you watched it, you might agree he should be fired. Even though they won, he should be fired.
Yes.
That thing that he did going on, he went for it. On 4th and 1 from his own 24-yard line, he should have punted that thing and trusted his defense. He got so damn lucky that the Vikings were just that bad yesterday. Dear God, what a mess that could have turned into.
But this is the stuff that people wanted Brandon Staley fired for previously. So it just shows he hasn't learned anything. You give the ball back to the other team on the 24 with 1:47 minutes to go. It's the shortest 2-minute drill. It's the Vikings, and so that they weren't able to do anything about it.
They could have done many things there.
They could have done many things there, but they did not. And I can't begin to tell you how disappointing that is, because I didn't expect the Vikings to be this confused offensively. I mean, I knew they were going to be bad at defense, but offense.
My pick.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird because if you look at it, it's like, who played a really bad game for the Vikings? Kind of nobody. We just had 2 coaches in O'Connell and Staley going back and forth in terms of who was going to be the most incompetent guy on the sideline that afternoon.
Well, the incompetent guy on the sideline wasn't even a coach. It was the Vikings crowd, because at the end there, at a very critical play in that series, the crowd noise was so loud that they couldn't get the play into Kirk Cousins, and that just ruined them. Can you believe that? Your own crowd, Donnie. Your own crowd. So Chargers win on that one, 28-24. Now I just feel sorry for Donnie. Well, of course, you can also feel sorry for Mike Williams. In the course of that game, he did tear an ACL, and now he is out for the season. That's bad news.
Yeah, and he gets an injury like that. It feels like every year, and I just feel bad for him because he's such a good player. You'd love to see him out there.
Patriots beat the Jets. Not surprising when you you're look at what the Jets have left. 15-10, and let's see here. I'm confused. Wait a minute. How did that get there? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, did Sauce Gardner hit Mac Jones in the nuts?
Sauce Gardner says Mac Jones hit him in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I meant to say.
And then he shoved him. Yeah.
Who did he hit him in the nuts?
I mean, there is a sideline slow motion angle that is being examined. It does look like Mac Jones hit him in the nuts.
So Mac Jones should get fined or suspended.
So for what purpose?
Well, here's what happened. There was a play and there was a bit of a scrum there, and then all of a sudden, Sauce Gardner was, he was like, standing there. And then I guess Mac Jones reached up like, hey, help me up off the ground. And he just hit his hand away. So when Mac Jones got up, he says, I just moved his hand out of the way. Then he got up and came up like, hey, good job. And then pow, while he was saying that, he hit me right in the nuts. So he just kind of gave me like a little cup check. You know what I mean?
Isn't Sauce Gardner on his team?
No.
Oh, Mac Jones is the quarterback
he's
for the
Jets.
Patriots.
Okay, he's on the Jets. All right, sorry.
Anyway, that was the only interesting thing I saw of that game.
Well,
unless you have anything to add.
Unless you wanted to just watch two quarterbacks be awful at each other. Because Zach was bad. And somehow Mac was worse. It just none of it was good.
Well, Mac was worse, but the Patriots won.
Yeah, he had the better team.
Yeah. So the Texans and the Jaguars, another couple of bad teams played each other. Texans won 37-17, making CJ Stroud looking pretty good. In fact, he's off to one of the best starts in the history of quarterback. He had 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. And of course, that was his first win. That gave him 906 passing yards with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions in 3 games. That actually is pretty astounding right there. We'll see how the rest of this season goes for him. The Texans are still a bad team.
They are.
But that was a surprise.
He's really good. He's got to be protected. But they did that. I mean, first off, I think Jacksonville's actually having some problems with their pass rush because they have a lot of guys that they either drafted high or paid a lot of money. And it's just not doing anything. I mean, Travon Walker is a guy that's supposed to be premier edge rusher, can't get to the quarterback at all. And if you can't get to CJ Stroud, I think we're learning he's good enough. He'll beat you if you can't get to him.
Give him a good old line and see what he does.
Next game for the Texans at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then they play the Falcons, then they play the Saints.
Well, sounds like an easy schedule.
Well, the Steelers will be getting to CJ. So that's
the Steelers will get to sarcastic.
CJ. Yeah.
TJ Watt wins just about every matchup he goes up against. So
sorry, just being a little facetious there. That's all. Next game, Panthers and Seahawks. Surprisingly, the Seahawks won. I just said that to bother Ralph. 37-17. Kenneth Walker and a couple of touchdowns. But I'll tell you what, the crowd there did it the right way. The 12 did it the right way. They were loud and proud, and Panthers got called for 8 false starts throughout the game. That is an amazing number of false starts.
See, don't you have to go into that game knowing that crowd's going to be loud, and you got to have a different plan, some sort of signal to hike the ball?
You think so, but they didn't. Bears and the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs. You didn't even have to know that. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The Bears are
could have
winless.
just said the Bears, and it didn't really matter who they were playing.
Taylor Swift Bowl, right?
Taylor Swift was there watching. I don't know if this was all just like for show, or they're like, hey, let's have some fun. Like they're friends and they're like, let's make it look like a thing. Or maybe that's really a thing. Maybe
I think it's a thing.
I think it's a thing.
Wow. Look at Kelsey got himself a sugar mama. She is rich.
Because Kelsey was walking through the hallway after the game, holding her hand. And there was a guy recording, and he gives this guy this look like, if you even say anything that ruins this for me, I will kill you.
Yeah. I mean,
don't you dare.
I saw some of the footage. Sometimes I didn't know if his mom was too into the fact that Taylor Swift was there. I'm not sure how she feels about Taylor Swift. Sometimes she was smiling and they were talking. Other times they were the mom didn't look I don't know. Maybe I just read too much into it, but I don't know if the mom approves of Taylor Swift. Well, anyways, the game, you knew the Chiefs were going to win, and Patrick Mahomes during the game became the fastest player to 25,000 passing yards. That happened this Sunday, so good for him. The Steelers at the Raiders. The Steelers won that one. Jimmy Garoppolo looks like he's got himself a concussion. Not really a whole lot to say about that game. Josh McDaniels sucks. Is that, I mean, do I need to say more than just that? Can I just leave it?
Well, Josh McDaniel sucks, and Jimmy Garoppolo is going to make money on another injury.
He got a concussion though. It's a concussion's a real injury. He's not.
Yeah, I mean,
they can't. You can't fake a concussion.
They can't seem to locate during the game when he got this concussion.
Well, he got also pile drive. Did you not see the plays?
To me, it's not that Jimmy's faking the injury or anything. It's
he just got another.
I just think he does a terrible job of protecting himself, and it's like it's been a theme of that
injury.
Now, granted, that
he's aware of rubber.
That I don't think is his fault.
Well,
the concussion. I hope the guy's all right.
Always wear protection, Jimmy. You dated a porn star. You should know this. You should just know this. Listen, you know what we've just done? We've just talked about every single game, and we've done it in one segment.
Wow.
How do you like that? You see what a little preparation H does for you right there?
Yeah, kept us on schedule.
Preparation H.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Just preparation. No need for the H. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one thing. The Steelers plane had to make an emergency landing. And I guess some oil pressure failure in one of the engines. So they had to turn around and land it. Fire trucks were all out there. You man, all these players, all these big tough guys. I wonder how many of them are like, "Oh God, it's like, engine trouble is the great exposer when it comes to manliness. You know what I mean? You can be the toughest man on the planet, but once they're like, we're gonna have to make an emergency landing. You're weeping and crying. Somebody was exposed on that flight.
Probably a kicker.
Yeah, you'd expect it to be a kicker.
Yeah.
Most of them bastards don't even know English, so they probably didn't even know what was happening. They couldn't quite piece it together. But I know there's some offensive linemen who like, you shut up, you tell anybody I'm crying. Yeah, but everything turned out okay. Everything was fine. So there we go. We can now just take a bunch of texts and talk about whatever the hell you guys want to talk about, because we got 20 minutes now, 20 minutes between now and the time we got to step aside for the Monday Night Football. So come on back, everybody. But wait, I got to tell you this. This hour is brought to us by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. BetUS is celebrating 30 years by offering the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus. Get started today at betus.com. Now we're going to take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Rich Eisen here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Don't miss any of the primetime action this season with Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer quarterback Kurt Warner on site calling the game. And I'll be on hand from the studio for the pregame and to wrap up the weekend's action. Join us on air and on the free live stream, sponsored by AutoZone for Monday Night Football.
Right here on 1580 The Fanatic.
O'Reilly. Do you need new wiper blades but aren't sure which ones are right for you? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you the best options for your specific vehicle and even install your new wipers for free. And right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades, plus get 2 times O-Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. but it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown. BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it too. Right now, switching to MediShare can save you even more than usual on top of what you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. And so many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, especially given how inflation is affecting us. MediShare is the affordable, reliable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves about $500 a month. You might save even more. And MediShare is a Christian community that's been sharing each other's healthcare costs for 30 years now, and they're making it easier than ever. Apply by October 31st, and you could save an additional $150 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have. Let's start saving. Here's the number. It's 855-51-BIBLE. You can call now. 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever. 4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. A Friday doubleheader under the lights, the Xfinity Championship on Saturday, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway, November 3rd through the 5th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Greg Clark Automotive trains certified technicians located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles 44 summers now, offering our summer cooling system inspection diagnosis on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Every air conditioning service includes a dye injection to find leaks. Contact us today at 602-246-2881 and online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention 1580 and get 10% off of labor.
Download the Fanatic app. News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. You know, I should have read the entirety of Boomer Sooner's text earlier because he was warning me on the YouTube page that my name on there was Keon Rose. I just want to tell you it's on purpose because my picks are so right this week. I feel very, very right, so I'm just as right as Keon Rose. How you like that? Although I think my picks might be better than Keon's Rose. How are your picks this week, Keon?
Not as good as it was last week. I got 8. It's all right.
No, that's all right. Randy has 8. Right now I have 9, so I actually don't have anything to brag about, to be honest. Like a lot of people, got burnt on the Vikings, got burnt on my own Colts, got burnt on the Cowboys and Cardinals, and got burnt. I don't know why. Why did I pick the Titans? I can't remember why I picked the Titans now.
I know I picked the Titans. It's because Deshaun Watson hasn't looked good.
That's why. You're right.
The Titans did look all right the week before.
And we forgot about the defense for the Browns.
Yeah. And then, Ryan Tannehill turned back into a pumpkin, I guess. He just, they might actually replace him with Malik Willis. He looked bad.
Wow. Yeah, that's and Malik Willis also looks bad. 888-368-1580. Kyle G says, after watching the Packers, I had to go lay down. I missed the afternoon games. That said, I think we've got our next great quarterback in Jordan Love. Great quarterback?
He has the potential to be, but I'm not willing to say I feel that way. 4 games into the guy's career, but it's not a bad start, and they have the team and the coach, I think, that'll do a good job trying to develop him. So he's in a good situation.
Rectinator says, Randy, how's it feel getting 50% of your wins? Hey, at least you're not a Bronco. Well, 50% of, he thinks you're only going to get 2 wins this year.
You can go ahead and scratch that. That defense is going to win a couple games, probably more than, if you're a Cardinals fan, more than you want, but
yeah, your defense does look pretty good.
What do you mean more than we want? Caleb, the Diva Williams was in town this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him on the Cardinals.
Did you not see how
we already have a panty waist
like
on the Cardinals
quarterbacks?
I don't want another candy
5
ass
touchdowns. I mean,
who thinks he's so damn good he can pick whatever NFL team he wants. He's about to find out what real life is all about.
Well, he's not.
When he was asked a question about the Cardinals, he averted the question. He's a diva.
I don't know about that. Because he's not trying to pick and choose what team he wants so much as if the team that you're looking at going to isn't a team that you're interested in, you can just go back to school. It's not a power play. It's not like, well, you should trade the pick because I'm just not going there. It's just
Jeffrey. What does that sound like to you? I mean, a guy that's, well, if the team that gets the number 1 overall pick and it's a team that I don't prefer, I'm just going to go back to school. Doesn't that sound like a power play to you?
It absolutely is a power play, but I don't know that it makes him a diva. It means but here's the thing. It's a dumb thing. It's a dumb thing for him to do if he does that, because any team that gets the number 1 pick is a team in bad shape. Every team that is down there is going to come get you is going to be in bad shape. Maybe he just doesn't trust the Cardinals front office to put a good team around him. And he's seen the history of how things have gone for Kyler Murray. So, I mean, I understand why he would do it. It is a power move, but I don't think I'm going to call it a diva move.
But it's not a power move because he didn't say
the only power he has.
But it's not like he told the Cardinals or told people, I'm not playing in Arizona. He just isn't sure yet.
It's too soon for that anyway.
Yeah, it's just like, does he want to go?
He ain't going to say it because it's too soon. Because between now, look at this win over the weekend. Of course, that might help him want to come here for all you know. But
he might be a bear. I mean, it could be just a non-issue entirely.
Good point. You don't know where the Cardinals are even going to be. So, the way things are going, who knows? It won't even be a problem.
The Bears have not won a football game yet. They have not looked like a team that's even on the verge of winning a football game yet. And they have the Panthers pick, and the Panthers also look bad. There's a good chance the Bears just have the number 1 overall pick. So if they ask you about the Cardinals, what can you say?
Well, they asked him specifically about the Arizona Cardinals. And what he replied was, I've got 8 games coming up here that we need to really be focusing on. I'm on to next week. Need to focus on the next game. We need to, execute our.
Yeah,
that's a good thing for him to say.
No, I don't want. If he should
be focused on the next 8 games.
He's still a college quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback.
You know what he's saying?
Next question.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
I can't get on board
he
with
should.
This one.
Yeah, I don't know about this one because he's supposed to say
I'm too good for your team.
He's supposed to be focused on the next 8 games. Caleb Williams wants to go back to back in a Heisman. Well, you got to win the next 8 games to do that. He wants to be a national champion in college. Well, you got to win the next 8 games to do that. You can't concern yourself with the NFL when you're playing a slate of games in front of you. Worry about your own games.
I love you, Keon.
Stockton Slap says, in high school, I learned that dolphins forcibly mate, with other animals. Yesterday confirmed that.
Dolphins are, oh my God.
Baker's Cocky Hens.
Where I thought it was going.
Said Devin Akchin Casino runs as fast as Tyreek Hill. Oh, is that how you pronounce that? Yeah. Let's see. Papa Trump says, as a Vikings fan, I'm ready to start tanking and trade Kirk Cousins for another.
Oh, now you're ready to move on from Kirk Cousins. I've only been telling you that you're not winning anything with him for 3 years that I've been here. But now.
Wait, what? You haven't been here 3 years? You've been here like 2 years and a couple of months.
Right? I came here in 21. Never mind. Two years. Whatever. I've been saying this about Kirk Cousins for longer than I've lived
See
here.
that, Randy? He's already doing what the past people did, rounding up his misery. I've been here for 3 years.
I'm not miserable. I'm just saying I've been saying the Kirk Cousins thing for longer than I've been working here. So
yeah, well,
I added
that is true.
I added the years.
Mr. Pringle says, too bad for that my Colts drafted a brittle, injury-prone quarterback. Oh, that's not even fair. He got a damn concussion because he was running like a moron and bounced his head on the pavement. And the time before that, he just he took a hit, but he came back into the next game.
It's not even that he's brittle. He's actually just taking the worst possible hits. He just
Are you kidding me? You guys have the great and the great American treasure in Gardner Minshew. You have the guy that can pull you out of the utter depths of nothingness. You have Gardner damn Minshew.
He did all right. Fish Tank says Jimmy G needs to go to the Tua school of ninja falling to avoid those concussions.
I mean, look,
he does need to take a class.
No concussions for Tua so far, so we'll see.
Oaktown Destroyer says the Raiders coaching staff sucks. Josh McDaniels, the offensive guru, can't do anything right. He can't do crap right. Doing what he did Denver about 10 years ago is what he's doing right here. Does seem like he's heading that sort of coaching direction.
Actually feels worse than what he's doing.
It's only one way to crap. I mean, how do you do that wrong?
I'll send you some pictures.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I used to take some chocolate milkshake and occasionally just go into a bathroom and put it on the toilet seat to freak people out. That was high school. Anyway, new texter on the text line says Cardinals beating the Dallas Cowboys and their bandwagon fans always delivers.
I agree.
It smells like a bot, doesn't it? Bruno Baller says, can't imagine too many people pick the Texans to go to Jacksonville and win.
No.
Oh, I know. I got to go back and see how few people did that. I'll have more information for you on that guy tomorrow. Beer Bob says, well, I just checked and I have 11 wins. Just hope the road teams do well tonight. There's actually a lot of people, Beer Bob, as you saw, who have 11 picks right. So it's going to be the tiebreakers that really make the difference. Stockton Slap says, imagine if the Packers had kicker Matt Gay and Jordan Love was his holder.
Wow.
The Gay Love combo would be unstoppable.
Wow.
I where's Westboro? Where is that? What state is that in? Because I hope there's where is Westboro? Is that like Kentucky or something? I don't know where that is.
Westboro?
Yeah, where they stand there and they hold up the horrible sign saying horrible things about gay people, you know?
They are from Topeka, Kansas.
Oh, there's no team in Kansas. And by the way, for all you bright people out there, Kansas City is in Missouri, not Kansas. Boomer Sooner says, well, how about that? 2 OU quarterbacks facing off tonight. Oh, geez, shut up, man. Just give it just half a break. Well, I guess he can. He's Boomer
He's
Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. He wouldn't,
yeah, I know.
He
That's
wouldn't be Boomer Sooner if he wasn't.
I apologize. I take it back. Another new texter or bot says Zona can now go 1-16 as long as they beat those gutless Cowboys. Supposedly got an elite defense getting torched by Josh Dobbs. Smells like a bot, doesn't it? Where do these bots come from? Why do they do this? Why do they do this?
We must be doing something right.
Somebody's got. I just don't understand. I get it with the Suns, but I don't understand this. Swazman says, Randy, congratulations. Great game for the Cardinals in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams, 62-yard field goal, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It was damn sweet, too.
By the way, the Prater kick where he hit the 62-yarder, bad snap. The laces were facing him.
I noticed that.
And he still smashed 62-yard.
This is how you
that kick.
That's how you end up with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 3, man. Laces out, and he still. It was a little bit wobbly, but man, he got it. That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, oh no! But to his credit, didn't matter.
Got all of it.
Not from Prater.
Congratulations to Matt Prater.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Hey, so listen, just want to bring this up real quick. We are still okay. The Diamondbacks lost that game this morning. It's like 6-4. And then they've only won one against the Yankees. Although the Yankees have now been eliminated from making the playoffs. So that was nice. But we're only one game into the wild card, right, Randy?
Well, we're in the second wild card spot, so we've got some room. We're good right now, and we've got 3 against the Chicago White Sox that start tomorrow, and then we come home with 3 to finish out the season. 3 against the Houston Astros, which, by the way, are not playing very good baseball right now. So
we just got to hang in there, man. We got to hang in there.
Just keep winning.
Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, I don't think you understand how much Cardinal fans hate the Cowboys. If there was a time no namers were going to text, this is it. Well, hey, if you're new texters to the text line, welcome. If you're a bot, knock it off. Listen, coming up next, you've got the Monday Night Football. We will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why